Alright guys, if you're wondering what the future of the fitness industry looks like and what the fitness equipment is going to look like, today I'm going to show you a video where we show you the smart strength technology and we put it to the test to show you, is it actually worth it? For the last 10 years, we've been helping hundreds of people transform their lives with PB Academy. And this tech, we've brought it to our gym all the way from the USA because it is that good. But we're going to dive into why in this video. I'm going to show you how this technology can actually get you better results, not just for yourself, but for your clients as well. And we're not just talking theory. This is a real deal and this is a practical session with our clients. So if you're struggling with client retention or even getting them the results in the first place, then this is going to be a game changer for you to level up your knowledge and impress them even further. So let's dive in and see if this is the real deal. Now it's a quick video from our seminar, so let's go straight to it. We're going to the prime now to show you, this is literally built into the machine of how we can manipulate it very quickly without needing bands, you know? Think of everything we just talked about, right? With regards to that. So as we set up here again now, we're doing the same movement, like Josh explained. It doesn't matter if it's a fly or a press, right? Because he said, you know, as you come down there, yes, it's making it slightly easier. That's why we do that to press, because we want to push things away, and it's a better position for the tricep to get involved as well. So, Tommy, do you want me to do this one, or do you want me to carry on?
You can carry on if you want.
Yeah, carry on, okay.
Even that, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. So, this now, loaded here, middle bay. What do you think? Standard machine, just ignore that's there, yeah? It's a standard press. Machines, people spend thousands and thousands into researchers to develop these perfect machines built around our own biomechanics, and as it improves over time, gets better and better. The reason we trust Prime is because they understand all this. It's not just a fancy bit of kit that looks cool, it's like, this is built for purpose. So, as we press anyway, you naturally do push up behind you, whether it's a press overhead. The same with the bench press. If you've noticed, you push and you do push up like that naturally because you come and move more in line with your joint. That's why the axis is behind you, not in front of you, right? But that's a whole different topic. We're not going to go into the topic of machines today. Something I'm still learning about, and it still baffles me, to be honest. But when it comes to this is just applying what we've just learned, right? With matching up the strength profile of our muscle to the resistance profile of the machine. Say struggle, where would you say they struggle on a press? Where would you say is where they find it the weakest?
At the lockout.
Yeah. Okay. So it does depend person to person, it does. But if we go with that today, that's where they struggle the most.
Yeah.
We can manipulate that for them, but we'll show both examples, right? And we'll just give an idea. So as it's a multi-joint thing, it's not one of those things where, right, all pecs are built the same. All people will struggle at the bottom, or all people will struggle at the top. It'll apply to both. That's why there's two. Otherwise, there would just be one, and they'd say, oh, just load that as well. Yeah? So me personally, we'll go with you first, yeah? So you struggle at the top.
At the top to lock out.
Okay, perfect. So, using moment arms, we're going to have to get the band out again, is having these different loading points. Is it going to even do anything? It all loads the same machine, right? At first, you know, when I saw them years ago, I was like, yeah, it probably does. Like, doesn't matter. I'll load the top one because it looks cooler, you know? So with this now, when we look at it, we draw a line again to the distance to where the load actually is and the axis. And obviously, the furthest point away is where it's going to feel heaviest. Josh door example is great because when we're trying to open a door, we're trying to apply the most leverage, yeah? It's like with a spanner, when you're trying to unhook something, the bigger the spanner, the easier it's going to be on where you pull on, right? If it's a small one, you've had it, right? So with this now, if you're unsure, load the middle to start. If you want to start manipulating the resistance profile of the machine to match up with what Tommy said, he said, I feel strong here. No? Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, but I can. When
you feel strong there, yeah?
It's there,
you struggle.
but I struggle to lock out.
Okay, brilliant. So that's a nice one, right? So what would we do in this situation? Anyone take a guess? It's a 50-50 chance. Would you load the top or the bottom? Before I explain why.
They're actually top.
You'd load the top. Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Mechanic.
Testing you. Yeah. So if that's the case with Tommy, right, we wanna then overexpose the chest, because he's saying basically, I find it easy here, but I struggle here.
Would you overload the weakest point?
No. No.
Strongest.
What is now? He said the weakest point for him is at the top, right?
Yeah.
Overload at the top. What?
No.
So you wanted to drop
you'd
off.
load the top. You'd load the top, but I'll explain why that's not going to load the top of the movement, yeah? Because as he now, like, if you look at this, right, look at the 3 first, from side on, yeah? So we've got this here in the middle, this distance, then this to this here, like, if you're drawing the same line, pretty much the same, yeah? So it's still the same, but then this, if you look at the distance between the two, where the axis is and this point here, it's that there, yeah? So that at that point there now is doing next to nothing when you're loading that there, yeah? So even if you loaded a 20 kilo plate there, that's not going to have much effect, maybe a 10 kilo addition feel, whereas you load 20 kilo there, you're going to feel the full 20 kilo, yeah? Just to give an example. Yeah. So if you want to press up, yeah, nice. Just making them work, really.
I know. Fuck, like.
Okay, so like if you hold it at the top now, just for me to show them. Now it's swapped round. Yeah? So at the top now, the distance gone from there to literally there. Is that clear? Yeah? Sound? And that now has changed. So if we, like we said, that would be about, if you put 20 kilo on there, it would be about a 10 kilo feel at the start. But as it comes up, the distance increases between the axes, and then all of a sudden you're feeling that full 20 kilo. So you see how these are cleverly built? To where you load them, it actually changes throughout the rep. Yeah? And this is the goal with every exercise, is to try and do this, to match it up. So what I do with Tommy, if you go back down, son, okay, start with a 10 kilo, yeah? Whoa. Can you handle that? Can you handle that? Okay, so, I mean, the only way to really show it is to actually take you to failure. Like.
I'll go to failure.
Okay, so if we load the top, right? So as he gets to the top now, it's going to get easier, but at the bottom, that is going to feel a lot harder now. Yeah, he's going to feel the full there. The only way to truly feel this as well and understand it is by doing it yourself. Like
yeah, because that's the thing. When
you're seeing it move now.
It without actually doing it, because like for me, locking out is fine, but as I come down, the weight is getting heavier and heavier and heavier. So this is where I'm strongest. So I can hold by here, but then when I push up, for me to lock out, like I can hold it, and by here is fine. Do you know what I mean? Because the weight is dropping off. Yeah. Whereas by here, the load is the heaviest, and it is heavy. But
yeah, sorry.
That's fine.
Just for you to let us know, does everyone get that, or is there anyone unsure?
I reckon we should get a couple of people to do it.
I think so. I think if you want to have a feel, because you can give us your feedback then, right?
Yeah.
So
have you played about with top and mid pec?
Yeah, well, I'm the opposite because I might rotate the calf.
Oh yeah.
Like the first part of the movement for me. Once I get to this point, it's totally fine. But that first initial movement from here to here.
And this way is totally dependent on the person, because yeah, exactly that. Like a lot of people are like that as well, where they do feel like at the bottom is where they really feel overexposed, and then it just gets easy, you know. And that's to do with your, like if we bring mechanics into it as well, levers. We talked about your limb length compared to mine. I mean, things where it does depend on the person's levers as well. So it's totally individualized. Yeah. So do you want to jump on? Do you want to have a go? Yeah, just to see the feel. Okay. Yeah, so no pressure now. Hey, if you took your top off, you'd be in the best shape, don't worry. Right. So if you start off just nice and slow,
is the worst.
Yeah. Because that is where you can feel it on your.
Nice.
Because loading it in the mid peg is going to be evenly distributed throughout the full range. So down here is going to feel the same as up here. Yeah. Whereas if we put the 10 kg at the top, what would happen then is at the top, it would feel like 20 kilo. Yeah. But as you come down, think of the 10 kilo, it's just adding and adding and adding and adding until you get to about by here. Because mid-range it probably feels like 25, at the bottom it'll feel like the full 30. Whereas when you come up, it's like the opposite direction. Because this is going behind, it's like in the middle it's like 25 and at the top it's like 20, and that's why it feels as if the weight is dropping off. So using kit like this is good for like your back offset. Because say your top set on the mid-peg was 40 kg, and you had 8 reps, you could manipulate then where the load is heaviest by doing a 50-50 split, so then having the 20 on the middle, 20 at the top, and even though the top set you may have got 40 for 8, you could probably still get 40 for 8, 9, 10 plus reps even, because of the drop off in the load.
Yeah. So what he's saying is, like, although the weight on the side looks the same, like you've still got two 20 kilo plates, you're actually, by manipulating this profile, you're having a drop off, so it's actually becoming 30 maybe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's becoming 30. So you are technically backing off in load of what it feels like. Do you know what I mean?